is Denise. How are you all doing? I'm excited to be live. I kind of pop on live randomly, so this is a good day. I get to come on and see everybody and answer some questions here, see what the tarot can tell us. And yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to get started. I'm going to go for about an hour. And then I'll be wrapping it up, but I'll be sure to let you know when we're getting close. And just a quick rundown of how it works here at Modern Priscilla Tarot. This is a free live stream, and I will select randomly. However, when I get a donation, the donation questions are read first. So just so you have a heads up, I do have Super Chats, and I also have my PayPal in the description if you are interested in donating. Otherwise, let's have some fun. All right. Well, I have the Tarot in Wonderland spread out here today, along with my clear quartz to open up the energy. We're going to get started. Hello, Sangeeta. Hello, Taylor. How are you guys? Oh, there's crumbs all over. I smudged right before the show with sage. I smudged the house with sage. I like to do that once a month, and sometimes the time gets away from me. But anyway, I smudged my desk, and now you see all the crumbs. All right, friends. Let's see what's going on. Sangeeta and Taylor both have a question, so let's take a look. Sangeeta, looking for a general reading for August. All right, Sangeeta, let's see what we can see. Whoops, I'm dropping things. That's no good. All right, let's give it one more shuffle, huh? I think it needs one more. There we go. All right, Sangeeta, let's see what's going on. General reading for the month of August. Okay, can you guys see that? I have my camera set up a little higher than normal. All right, so let's see. August. Wow. It looks like something's kind of getting in your way. It looks like there's something coming up. There's a new opportunity of sorts, something that you're going to want to just jump right in. But there are going to be a few things that you need to think about. They seem to be things that you've already kind of had weighing on your mind. I see here with our Strength card and our Five of Pentacles that, this is a time of action, but at the same time, being very cautious and being very thoughtful about what's going on. Our Fool card here tells me that there is something new coming up for you in August, but again, you're going to need to pull your emotions out of it. We've got our King of Cups. The King of Cups sometimes is a little bit sensitive there, and we need to get our emotions out of it. With our Strength card, we see a time where, we've been strong, clearly, as the name implies, where we've been strong and we've got some ideas, and something coming up is going to challenge what you were believing or what you were thinking you wanted to do. It's going to throw something in there that changes your direction. So you will, have this opportunity coming up for you, but at the same time, you're going to want to think about it before you just jump right in. Give yourself a moment to sort of weigh out the options. Try to pull your emotions out so that way you can, make a logical decision as opposed to an emotional decision. The decision does seem to have something to do with earthly things. So it might be money, career, that kind of a thing, things that are in our physical world. So anything of that nature. But the first thing that pops into my mind is money and career and that kind of a thing. I don't know. Are you looking for a job maybe? Maybe. Woo! Well, Sangeeta, I hope that helped. Thank you for letting me read for you. All right, looks like we have a donation. Thomas Carroll, thank you so much for your donation. Let me get you your question. Let me write your name down. I like to keep a list so I never miss out. I try my best, guys, but sometimes, you know, I make mistakes. I'm human, but I try my best. Taylor, you smudged with red dragon blood. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I try to do it once a month. I use sage usually, and then I cleanse my crystals. I typically use cold water. Sometimes, you know, moonlight and things like that is definitely better, but the clear water does cleanse crystals. So I do that once a month too. All right. Anyway, I digress. So, Thomas, thank you again. Let's see what your question is. Will Kristen reach out, and are we meant to be together? Nice. Okay, so let's take a look. What deck do we want? We want the modern spellcasters. That's what we want. All right. Whoa. Apparently I'm not meant to shuffle well today. All right. All right, there we go. One more shuffle. I dropped them. I like to shuffle till I feel it feels right, but I certainly enjoy doing the bridge there. All right, my friend. Kristen, what's up? What is going on with Kristen? There we go. Yes, Taylor, I do it too. With the energy in the room, it definitely changes when you smudge the room. I always kind of say in my head a mantra that I'm cleaning any stagnant or negative energy out of the air and out of the environment. That's kind of my mantra. Anyway, so let's see what's going on with Kristen. Are you meant to be together? Well, we've got the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. You know, it looks to me like as far as reaching out, this person is thinking this. I hate to say thinking because it's always like, well, what are they thinking about? I think this person has potentially somebody from the past kind of popping up, and it might be not that they necessarily want to be with this person, but what they're thinking about is they want to have learned their lessons from this person, from this past relationship. Maybe it didn't end well, and again, I'm not saying that they are interested in this past person, but they are definitely wanting to take some lessons from the past, from whatever their situation was. They're trying to pick up on something. And what are they trying to do that for? Because they're ready to move on. We've got 2 sections going on here. This is kind of what is and what is coming. So what is coming? We've got our 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands talks about starting off on a new journey, starting off and getting something creative started. So you might need to be a little more creative with how you're dragging the conversation through. You might be feeling like you're pulling the conversation out. You're not getting contact right now. So it's hard to pull something out when you don't have the 2 sides. Maybe there's a different way you can contact her. Maybe there's a different way you can approach it. You know, think about that. You're trying to think of more ways to be creative to get things moving forward. Then we're followed up by our 7 of Pentacles. 7s are all about having experience. You know what to do. You know how to handle this. We're looking at a creative solution of how to speak to this person. Right now, they're kind of holding tight. I need to get a little bit more, though. Are they going to be coming around? That's what we really want to know. Are they going to come around and contact you? Oh my God. Look at what I got. Look what I got, Thomas. I got the Lovers. Can you see that? Oh my God. I got to do it. Got to do. The Lovers, that's a perfect ending card because I asked specifically, are you going to be getting contact? The answer would be yes. With our Lovers card, the Lovers is just as the name implies, love. We love to hear love in the love question, right? Love, love, love. But the Lovers also, it's kind of like talking about that deeper connection. So it seems to me that you have connected. I think what the holdup is they're trying to make sure they don't make mistakes, or they're, guarded. That's the word, guarded about moving forward. And I think that's a result of a past relationship or lessons that they've learned. They're wanting to get started. Your experience in, again, a creative way to contact them is what the tarot is suggesting the advice would be. And then when I asked specifically, are they going to contact you? I got the Lovers. So it looks like a yes for you, my friend. Woo, Thomas. Good luck. I hope that goes well. And thank you again. All right, let me get back over here. All right, we've got Leah J. Thank you so much for your donation. Let me get your name here on my list. Lee J. I'm sorry, I said Leah. I hope I said it right. And then Bianca, hello, and thank you for your donation. And then we've got the Renaissance Amazon. How are you? How are you doing? All right. I want to say hi to a couple other people. You're welcome, Thomas. I hope that helped. We've got Worldly M. How are you? Unhappy Clover, SMJ. I wanted to make sure and say hello to everyone. All right. So Thomas, we just did Thomas. So Lee, is it Leah or Lee? Not sure. Hope I'm saying it correctly. Thank you for your donation, and you've got a love reading. So let's see what the love is going on with you. We're going to use the Wizard's Tarot to find out what kind of love is coming. Oh, SMJ, I'm sorry. I did not see your donation there. I apologize. SMJ, I'm going to get you right in. Okay? Sorry about that. Well, hello, Sunflower. How are you doing? And Kiss JG. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, Leah has clarified. It is Leah. All right, Leah. We've got Leah, then SMJ, then Bianca, and then the Renaissance Amazon. That's where we're at. All right, so we're looking for some love for Leah. What's going on coming up? All right. Ooh, you got some changes coming up. That's what's coming up. All right. Are you currently seeing somebody or wanting to see somebody that you have in mind? Is there somebody you're already thinking about? Well, I'll tell you what, August, we're looking ahead. You didn't specify August, but in my head, I always think kind of like 30 days. But it looks like there's some happiness going on. Now, I don't know if you're with somebody or not with somebody. So this could be speaking about two people, or it could be speaking about two events that happen with your current partner. Right now, what I'm seeing is the happiness with the 10 of Cups. I'm seeing emotional stability, well-being, and kind of feeling like everything is settled and feels good. But then we've got a major change happening. The Tower talks about change. It talks about kind of rebuilding things. So if you're with somebody, this looks to be something maybe like upheaval, but with the opportunity to get better. If you're not with somebody, I see two people coming in. I see one person that you're kind of got your heart set on, but it's just not really happening. It's just not working. And then I see a second person coming in. So again, if it's single, I see it as two people. If you're with somebody, I see it as two events. Does that make sense? It's hard because we're not one-on-one. Let me see if you're giving me some feedback. Let me see. You're missing someone. Okay, Leah. All right. I think that that's going to change. I think that's going to change. I think something is happening here. You're missing that person. The change here. Now, if this person is somebody you've already kind of had a falling out with, or something you're just not sure about, the Tower talks about rebuilding things. So we're talking about one person here. That's exactly what we're talking about. I wasn't sure if you're dating or not, but this here is the two sides of one person, of one thing, two events happening. It looks like something's going to be coming up that you're going to just knock you off your pedestal. Everything's changing, rebuilding. We've got our 8 of Swords after that. The 8 is advancement. We're talking about moving forward, not even knowing the way you're going, feeling like you're afraid, kind of not really sure, but knowing that this new adventure is going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it in the end. So I'm wondering, Leah, this person you're missing, is some kind of contact. Something's going to change. Something is going to change, and it's either going to allow you to sort of rebuild where you are, or it's going to give you another opportunity to say, you know what, I'm ready to start something new. Either way, change is happening, and you're either going to be changing your mind or the situation's going to change. Let's get one more, because I'm not seeing. Wait a minute, where'd my deck go? Oh, it's right here next to me. I want a little clearer on what it might be. What might it be, Leah? The devil. All right. No, don't worry, guys. The devil does not mean the devil. It's not an evil card. In fact, it's kind of a cool card. It talks about starting a new chapter, kind of breaking free of the constraints that were binding you. You are going to be so much more free with your love life right now. I think you're going to be hearing something. I think you're missing somebody, and I think something's going to be changing. The devil card paired with the Tower, that tells me that we are looking at a rebuilding, like kind of a refortifying kind of situation. So yeah, Leah, it does definitely look like there is something coming up for you, a big change with our Tower card. All right, my friend, I hope that helped, Leah. I hope that helped. You think about him every day. I can tell that. I can tell. All right, Nikita, Mary, how are you? Good to see you. All right. Let's see, where are we? Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. SMJ, how are you, honey? Sorry, I got confused on the order there. All right. Ooh, okay, SMJ. What are Brandon's intentions now that he's back in my life? Ooh, okay. Let's look at the Lightseers Tarot. Dun, 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 dun. We're going to use the Lightseers for this one. I like switching it up. I like to see what deck calls to me in the moment, and that's how I choose. I just smudged all of my decks. All of my crystals have been charged and cleansed. I've got good energy flowing around this table. All right. So what are Brandon's intentions now that he's back? All right, he's back. Back for more. Who knows that song from the 80s? From Rat. Probably no one, unless you're my age. All right. Ooh, I got 5 for you. Woo, you got a bonus. Maybe that was the one that was dying to get out, huh? All right, Brandon, what is up with you? All right, there's your getting back together. I see it right there. All right. Yep, I see it right here. All right, here's our breakup. Or our problem, whatever it was you had. 3 of Swords, heartbreak, sadness, not working out, needing to find a creative way to get back together or to make things work, trying to find a new solution because what was happening was not working. Boom, we got the Tower right after that. The Tower, remember what I just said if you were listening to that last reading, the Tower is about rebuilding. It's about starting over, a big change, and I'm not even kidding you. That's exactly what this card means. it's running right into our Four of Wands, which talks about stability. The Four is all about a foundation, starting over and building it from the ground up. And that's exactly what we want to see. So the intentions so far are looking really good. We've got our Six of Pentacles right after that. Excuse me. This is telling me that this is still going to be some work. There are some things you need to either address, or you need to get your trust back, or you need to sometimes we just need to let a little time pass. You know what I mean? Because, we feel leery, like, okay, I don't know how this is going to go. That's normal. That's natural. That's smart. You should be on your toes. But at the same time, you have to know and allow this to evolve. You can't be so guarded that you're actually creating your own problems. Does that make sense? So we've got our Six of Pentacles showing me that this is going to be some work. You still need to actively work at this. But we're running into our Death card right after that. And this is another card that people get afraid of. It has nothing to do with dying. It is actually very positive. It is a card that speaks about being a rebirth, a new chapter, closing a chapter and opening a new one, putting something to bed and enjoying the new fruits of your labor. So this to me is saying that the intentions are very good. The advice from the tarot is to keep in mind that it is going to still be some work, and that you need to be actively participating in the work. When we break up, when there's a breakup, while somebody might have done something that, kind of tipped the scales one way or the other, it usually takes two people, right? It takes two people, either by the actions of the one person or the inaction of the other. So we have to both be working to make it work. So that is very good advice. I'm glad that card popped up for you. Ooh, SMJ. Good luck. I hope that goes well, and thank you so much. All right. All right. So we've got Bianca. Bianca is up next. And let me just check in and see who's here. Just so you guys know, when I'm doing readings, I am not really watching the chat. I check it. Don't get me wrong. But when I'm focused on the cards, I sometimes don't see everything. So I want to make sure and check in and see who might have come in at the end here. You're welcome, SMJ. Gerard, how are you? All right. So let's see. Let me get back up here. Bianca's question is on the screen. There it is. All right. So you're relocating from Maryland to Kentucky. Woo! Looking for apartments. What would Bristol Bluff bring me and my daughters? Ooh, okay. So Bristol Bluff. That's a tongue twister, huh? Bristol Bluff. All right. So we're going to use the Deviant Moon. I love this deck for any kind of pentacle questions. Pentacles are everyday life, physical things. Moving would be included. Where you live, where you work, what kind of time you're spending, those kinds of things. All right, so we're looking at Bristol Bluff. We want to know what that will bring you. What if it's going to be good? Is there going to be a challenge? Okay. Whoa, I flipped one over, and we're going to keep it because that was amazing. And it was wanting to come out. So we've got our Two of Cups off the bat. Two of Cups talks about finding something you love. So that's a great card to start with. Okay, well, let's see what else we've got. Oh boy. All right. So what we've got, well, we started off with our Two of Cups. This is kind of joining together and finding that emotional satisfaction. So right off the bat, I can say that, this seems to be a good match for the emotional well-being of yourself and your daughters. You'll be comfortable there. You will feel, you know, that you've got the stability you need to be able to do what you need to do. It's followed by our 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands, it talks about completion. It talks about arriving. It talks about getting where you need to go, but having done a lot of work to get there. Doing a lot of work. Now think about it. The physical thing, obviously a move, that's a lot of physical work, you know, of course. But think about the strain, the mental strain, the emotional strain. Look at this. You're also, you know, wondering, how is this going to go? You're looking state to state. You're not even in that state right now. So it's a little harder when you're relocating. You've got many more questions and lots of unknowns. Well, hence the reason you're asking the question. But what I can see here is that this amount of burden that you're kind of going through will end well. We've got our completion card. So this is going to go well. So far, so good. Next, we have our 6 of Pentacles. Again, this is a great card. This talks about there is still going to be work that needs to be done. It looks like you're going to maybe want to be helping your daughters adjust. I don't believe that they're going to have difficulty adjusting, but I think the unknown is maybe going to throw them a little off. Like they might need a little extra support from you because it might be scary. You know, that High Priestess is here to say, we don't know everything that's happening. There's kind of like that unknown. But the great thing about the High Priestess, that's the moon is always moving. The High Priestess has the moon, right? She's there just sort of overseeing the cycles of the moon. What that means is the world will keep turning, that cycles will evolve, and that will come, your daughters will come into their own. I do think, though, that you are going to need to sort of give them that helping support, which I'm sure you've already thought of. I mean, it's not like you weren't going to give support. Of course you were. But it does look pretty good. It looks pretty good. Let's get a slam down, huh? We need a slam down, yes or a no. We need something. We need a little more, right? All right, we've got our 2. So this talks about choices. So this tells me you have more than one to choose from. 2 choices. You clearly might have another one. I know you've got this Bristol Bluff on your mind, but it sounds like there's another place that you're kind of thinking about, isn't there? Well, this is something that you need to kind of come to terms with, that it's when you make a decision, you need to stick with the decision and not keep second guessing yourself, because that's just going to drive you insane. It does look like the Bristol Bluff is going to be a good solution for you and for your daughters. Just don't beat yourself up by constantly second guessing. Do your pros and cons list, see what makes the most sense, and then make your decision. And then don't go back on it. Because, well, again, I want you to use your judgment. Don't get me wrong, please. Use your best judgment. But this is suggesting that you might have a tendency to be beating yourself up, which you don't want to do. Make your decision and then run with it. Ooh, Bianca, good luck on your move. That's exciting. All right. Worldly M, I'm seeing you're telling me there's an issue with you sent me an email. I didn't get it. No, I did not get it. Worldly. Please respond. Please, email me again. I did not see that. So my email address is modernpriscillatarot, all one word, at yahoo.com. It is also in my description. Make sure there's not a typo or something. I didn't get it. I could have missed it though too. I get a lot of email and sometimes things go into my spam and I check it, but sometimes I miss things. All right, my friend, please do send it again. All right. Yes, I figured, Bianca, that you were going to have a list. It sounds like you're very smart weighing out your options. But once you decide, make that decision and stop second guessing yourself and just go for it. All right. All right. The Renaissance Amazon. You are up next, my friend. I think this is actually, what time is it? It is 9:14. So we are going to be wrapping it up soon. If anybody else is interested in donating, then, please consider that actually right now. If you are still waiting for a free reading, I have run out of time here. It looks like donations kind of carried over through the hour. So, Nathia, you donated their pay, came and talk via PayPal. Thank you. Okay, so we've got another one here. So let me know if I can fit in another freebie, I will. And the rest of us, let's keep going. We've got the Renaissance Amazon next. Oh, goodbye, Sunflower. I hope you are back. Okay, let me find your question again. There it is. There we go. All right. What's going to be happening in my relationship with Tawan in the next year? Ooh, all right. Let's find out. We're going to use the Everyday Witch. We're going to use the Everyday Witch. All right. And Nathia, thank you very much for your donation. I will look at your question. It's in PayPal. And Nathia did the right thing. If you do PayPal, please let me know in the comments, because Super Chat I see right away, but PayPal I don't always see it right away. All right, so your name is Makeda. Makeda, okay. So Tawan and Makeda. You're looking at the next year. Let's give it one more shuffle. All right. Thank you for your donation, honey. I don't know if I said that. I hope I did. Ooh, we got the sun. Oh, I think you're going to be having a great year, honey. I think you're going to be having a great year. It looks like the two of you, there's a lot of hope for, a very positive year ahead together. Now, remember, we focused the question on specifically what's going on with the two of you. And the sun card popping up, this is all about hope and optimism. Think about it in terms of symbolism, the sun. How could you be any better than in the sun, right? You got that warmth, you've got that brightness, everything coming in, people celebrating, people feeling good. Now, when I asked the question, I also asked in terms of the next year. So it seems like you are going to be having a very good year coming up. The Temperance card tells me that this is going to be a year of balance. This is when you're going to be able to balance out some of those things that you might not have been balanced, feeling were very balanced before. And, kind of get back to that even state of, feeling like things are good, feeling like you're in the sun. I also see that this year is going to be a nice year for you to open up your communication together. I don't know if you guys have any issues communicating currently, but even if you don't, there's always room for better communication, right? The Ace of Swords talks, well, first of all, aces are always about new beginnings and new things coming in. Swords is all about truth, honesty, communication. So everything coming in there. So this talks about a time of your life where the two of you are being very open and honest with each other. And I don't know what that's about. I mean, whether it's about something small or something big, that communication is there. And that is what is so important. It runs right into our Nine of Cups. Nines are about attaining things and achieving things. This is the cups, suit of cups, love, emotion. So I think this is a time where you're going to be having, that emotional stability. Look at our Nine of Cups. Look at our witch there, just feeling all calm and meditative looking, right? So this year, I think, is going to be a calm year for you. Lots of balance. Lots of emotional well-being, just feeling like, And then I think there's a lot of optimism and good communication coming up for you. Ooh, the Renaissance Amazon. What do you think, Makeda? I know you read cards too. It's hard to read for yourself, isn't it? So I hope that helped. Thank you for your donation. All right, Nathia, now your question is written in PayPal. So give me 1 second. I have to run over to PayPal and get it. I have to copy and paste it so I can see it. Give me 1 second. All right. Big Cleo. Do we have another one? Oops, it logged me out. Darn it. All right, hang on. I see, and we've got another PayPal. Okay, I see it now from Big Cleo. Thank you, Big Cleo. Okay, so we've got Nathia's question. Let me get out here. Let me just go ahead. I'm going to post it right in the chat there. All right. All right, so this is for Nathia. And we'd like to know, what are Eli's intentions toward me currently? All right, let's see. Let us see. We're going to use Anna K. Anna K said, hey, hey. Oh, man, I'm losing it. All right, and then after Nathia, we have Big Cleo. All right, Eli, what are your intentions right now? Hi, Renaissance Amazon. Yes, absolutely. You can ask another question. I'm still accepting donations, but right now we're at 9:21. So, oh, we've only been going for 36 minutes. I thought we were going for an hour. I didn't start on the hour today. I got confused. So, yeah, we're going to be going for a little longer. I didn't realize it's only been 36 minutes. Wow. All right, one more shuffle there for you, Nathia. All right, Eli, what is up? What is going on with you? All right, so what is happening? Interesting. Notice the colors. Look at the bright colors sandwiching in our dark colors. Isn't that interesting? Look at our inner cards. Notice there are moons on everything. What is our moon about? The moon is all about phases in life coming around and feeling confident because you know that the phases of life are going to keep moving. When you go to bed at night, are you worried that the sun's not going to come up? No. When it gets dark out, are you worried that the moon's not going to be there? No. And why is that? Because you know it's a cycle of the day and the night, right? So it's having that confidence, knowing that things kind of come around, right? So right now I am seeing that it is a little slow going though. It's a little bit slow. I don't know if you guys are just dating or if you're hoping, waiting, wishing, you know, that kind of a thing. It does seem to be going a little bit slowly, but I see something percolating. I see something growing. I see something brewing. We've got our 10 of Cups and our Page of Pentacles here. Now, the 10 of Cups talks about completion and feeling that emotional kind of coming together of things. It talks about hoping, and yellow is a very optimistic color. So that's what that symbolizes there. And notice it's standing in the sun, right? Sun, moon, moon, sun. So the cycles, right, coming around. I think you're going to be hearing something soon. I think whether it's you haven't been in touch, you're going to hear something, or if you are in touch, I think you're going to be hearing a little bit more of a clearer direction of how things are going. I think there's going to be some clarity coming. Our Page of Pentacles, we're looking for a new beginning here. This is the beginning stages. I think the intentions are good. I think the intentions are kind of slow. I think we're And the reason being, I think this person has been hurt before. We've got our Queen of Cups, which says, I don't like to be criticized. I don't like to be wrong. I want to be, I like to make everybody happy, but I don't want to be told I'm not doing it right. So we're talking about somebody who's a little bit more sensitive to things. So it could be that they're holding tight, on their actions. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but they're holding tight on making an action. But the good news, I do see something coming soon. Notice our Page of Pentacles. Look at him. He's fishing. He's fishing. He's looking for some time, right? Looking for some time. So time either to get in touch or time to start talking about something that is working. So I think you're going to be getting some conversation here coming up, some contact or some conversation. I see it coming. And let's do another one and see what that's going to be about. Is that going to go well, or what is up? What is up? Ace of Pentacles, a chance to spend some more time together. Okay, so I do think it's more of a functioning type of call, like functional, type of call. It's not, or conversation that you two have. It's not about, real feelings really, but it's about spending time together. I think that you guys have to make time for each other. Either one or the other of you is not doing that. And this is an opportunity, once you two do speak, that you can start off by saying, we need to be able to spend more time together. Ooh, Nathia. Oh, I hope that helped. I hope that helped. All right, honey. Thank you for your donation. We've got Big Cleo, and then we have Renaissance Amazon after that. Okay. All right, Big Cleo. Let's find your question. You are on PayPal. That's right. So let me go get it out of PayPal. All right. Ooh, you've got an exam. All right. Let me copy and paste that. I'm going to put it right here just so everybody can see what we're talking about. And I will put it. Oh, you got it up there too. Both of us did it at the same time. All right, Big Cleo. All right. 60% on your exam tomorrow. Oh, I hope so. All right. We're going to use the Deviant Moon again. I love this for physical life type of things, like money, career, testing, schooling, where you live. All right. All right. Good, Nathia. I'm so glad it helped. All right, Big Cleo. 60% or better. We need it. We want it. All right. Let's find out. Yes. Yes, you will. I do believe you will. All right. And the reason, let me explain. We have our Two of Pentacles here. The Two of Pentacles is trying to balance things. It's trying to decide between two things. Well, what are the two things? Pass, fail, or 60%, or whatever else, it's the two things. This is talking about, balancing that out. And, balancing, obviously you scored what you scored. You answered how you answered. You did what you did for the answers to the questions or whatever. And so those are facts. You can't balance facts, right? But here you are sitting here wondering, this is picking up on your energy. This is you trying to decide which way is it going to go. The reason I say yes so quickly is because followed up, this is you, followed up behind that is the Justice card. And the Justice card talks about balance. It talks about truth. It talks about success, unbiased. A test is unbiased. You either got it right or got it wrong, right? There's no other, it's either one or the other. So it's an unbiased balance. It's unbiased. We want a good grade, obviously. Well, guess what? It's being handed to you with our Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is literally handing you a pentacle, and the pentacle is saying, now is your chance for this new beginning, this new concept. It's a law entrance exam, Big Cleo says. Big Cleo, there you go. Oh my goodness. What about that? Well, here's your results being handed to you. Here's you, remember, but then here's the results coming in. The Ace of Pentacles saying, here you are. And what do you got next? The 10 of Swords, which is a completion. Tens are good. Now, it doesn't look like so great, right? You look at the picture and you're like, geez, he looks terrible. Why would that be good? Well, you know what it tells me? It's a 10. So it talks about having that moment of completion, but it's swords. So it also talks about being overloaded with all the information in your brain. Swords are thoughts. This is thinking. This is intelligence. This is all that stuff. You're burdened down with all these things. You're going to have a lot of work. If you're entering law school, clearly you're going to have a lot to learn, a lot to remember. So this is the burden of your success. You want to learn this. So this isn't a burden meaning, oh my gosh, I got to do. You know exactly what you're in store for. Here's your burden of success, my friend. Oh, this looks good. I am not kidding you. I got chills on that one. This is really good, Big Cleo. I'm going to say it looks like a big yes for you. Oh, I'm dying. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. I wish I'm because I want to know. I want to know. It looks good though, Big Cleo. Good luck. All right. Renaissance Amazon has another question. All right, let me get back up. All right, and let's see here. Will I be having a baby within the next year? Woo! All right, let's see. Are we going to have a baby? We want a baby. Let's do, no, the Arcanum Tarot. We're going to use Arcanum. All right. Rifa, thank you for your subscription. Kushi Singh, hello. I'm glad you're here. Mohit, hello, welcome. All right, Renaissance Amazon. Are we seeing baby vibes? We want to see. All right. Renaissance Amazon. If we get the Empress, I'm going to fall out of my chair. Definitely get the Holy Cow screen for that. I would have died if I flipped it. Oh, man, that would have been cool. Let's see what else. We still have a chance. All right. Pregnant this year. All right. So we start off with our Two of Wands, and the twos are always about kind of duality and choices and things like that. Being wands, this is your spirit. This is about your passion, your energy, and being the Two of Wands, it's all about making kind of a choice. Well, clearly, you either are or you aren't pregnant. Just like when I said that reading about, this last reading about the test, it's cut and dry. It's black and white. You either are or you aren't. Right? So this isn't about you deciding, am I pregnant or not? This would be about you working with your partner to decide, is this the right time? I don't know if you're already trying and you're just hoping that this year is going to be your year, but it does seem that the two of you are on the same page. And if you haven't talked, it looks like you're going to be on the same page about this pregnancy and about having a child together. We've got our Ten of Swords again. We just had that in the last reading as well. And that talks kind of again about the burden of success, right? So, trying, while it's supposed to be a fun thing, it's sometimes a burden, right? Because we're wanting a result from it. We're not just having fun. We want a result. We want something concrete. We want to be pregnant from things, right? So, sometimes it's been, I hate to call it work, but just the monthly, taking your temperature or watching your calendar or, whatever else you do, that's a lot of work to do, right? So then we run into our King of Cups. Kings are always about information. They're about knowledge. This tells me that you're going to have that black and white result. You're going to have a black and white result, positive or negative, right? And it leads right into the Tower, which is going to give you that Tower moment. You're going to have a big change. Things are going to be happening. I'm going to say that the cards are saying that the answer is yes, that this year looks like will be your year. We see a big change coming. So I would have died if we had the Empress. Let's just do one final and see. We want to know, you know what we're going to do? No, we're not, Amazon. We're going to do this. We're going to do a pendulum for a yes or a no. All right, my friend? So we want to know about being pregnant this year. If I can get it out of the bag. Look. Oh, I got it. Okay. I was going to say, geez. All right. So we're looking for a yes or a no. Whoops. Holy cow. Are you seeing this? It went immediately to a yes, immediately. So the pendulum is in agreement with the cards. It looks like the energy we're picking up on right now looks like a yes. And yeah, just the process. It might not happen in the beginning of the year, is what I mean. It's going to be a while, potentially. Ooh, good luck. Good luck, my friend. All right, let's see where we are. All right, I smell that sage all over. Bianca, you got your question missed. You're welcome. Bianca, I'm so sorry. Let me scroll up and see. I thought I did yours. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see your second. Thank you for telling me. I'm so sorry. I didn't see it. Bianca, sorry about that. All right. Now, let's see. What would Kendall on Taylorsville Apartments bring me and my daughters? Let's see. Now, we're not going to use the Deviant Moon again because we already did for your last question. But what we're going to do is we're going to use Steampunk Tarot. Steampunk. This one's also kind of a Pentacles feel to it. Notice the back of the cards. It almost looks like Pentacles. It's clock parts and all that, I know. But it reminds me of Pentacles. Jeez. Sometimes I shuffle like a pro, and other times I can't even stay straight. All right. Well, I saw one upside down. I guess not. Well, I guess not. I imagined it. I thought I had one upside down. All right, one more shuffle, honey. Kendall on Taylorsville Apartments. Okay. All right. Well, we start off here. We've got the Star, and the Star, this is about recognition. This is about direction. This is about, finding your direction. I don't know how to say it any other way. Finding your direction and being kind of guided, like divinely guided. This is a time with the Hermit. This is a time of, needing to do some real thinking about things. Clearly, I know you are. Obviously, that's pretty obvious. We don't need the cards to say that. But this particular place, the one on Taylorsville or on Kendall, excuse wait, Kendall on Taylorsville. So, you know, wait, what would Kendall on Taylorsville Apartments bring me and my daughters? Well, I'm saying the wrong name, but I apologize. This particular apartment, you know, it seems that you might have a little bit more time to yourself. It seems to me that, you know, this would not be an extremely social kind of situation. You know, it doesn't mean that you'd be like literally a hermit, not meet people or not talk to people, but it does seem like you'd be a little bit more solitary to yourself. You know, I don't know how important neighbors are to you, but it does look like you'd have a little bit more of an opportunity to kind of be solitary at this place. It seems to me that you're being directed to look at this place. I saw the last place that we looked at, though, while I did see that 10 of Cups moment and, you know, helping your daughters through, you know, just making sure that they adjust and all that. I'm not seeing anything about that here, but I am seeing the direction that you are being called to at least consider it. Because that's important. I think what's happening, though, I'll tell you what I think. I think you're considering it, but after some reflection, you're going to realize that this is somewhere you don't want to jump into. The Fool is often about new beginnings and starting new things, but it's also about jumping in too quickly. You know, it might feel right, but you don't want to jump in too quickly. We've got our 5 of Wands, which kind of talks about change, practice, getting better at things. I'm thinking that, you know, this is a time of change for you at this apartment, I mean. I don't know that it's the better option, but I do think it's something you need to really give some extra thought to. I want something a little more specific, a little more clear. Is this going to be a good move? Judgment. All right. So the judgment card is something that comes up when we kind of have a new awareness of things, like where it makes us kind of say, like, we see through. We see through things. Something about this place seems like it might not be on the same page as where you are in terms of what you're wanting. Don't make a decision based on a tarot reading. You know this, but the cards are looking like it's pointing away from this direction, that you are going to be deciding that something else might be better. Yeah. Bianca. Ooh, okay. I wish I could see. Let me think for a minute. Okay. We've got the 2 places. Let's move this up and let's use the pendulum. There we go. I was trying to think of how to use the cards, but I just can't. Is Kendall on Taylorsville Apartments a good choice? Oh, are you seeing that? We got a maybe. What? That's not the answer I wanted. We got a maybe. Well, that is exactly why we've got the Hermit in there then. It's still unclear. It looks like the energy, it's not picking up on anything one way or the other. And I think what's going to happen is you're going to find out some information that is going to lead you to, at least according to what the tarot is pointing out to, that this is not the right place. This is something you don't want to jump into too quickly, that there's going to be a lot of struggle there. You know, and again, there's a new awareness about this. Just remember the first reading, though. Remember, it even said choices, and it said, you know, you're going to need to weigh your options. This is exactly what we were thinking. And the first place that you mentioned seems to be much more favorable than the second place. Seems to be like a lot of struggle there. So you're going to want to give that, you want to be the hermit. You want to give this a lot of thought. Don't write off anything though. You know what I mean? Go check it out. Go check it out. And I know it's hard because you're traveling. It's not like you're in the same town. You can just run over there on lunchtime. But, you know, give it a serious consideration, but it's not, that's not what the tarot is pointing to. And it gave a maybe though. So it says you need to get in and get more information. All right, Bianca, hope that helped. All right. And then I saw Big Cleo. Big Cleo, thank you. Big Cleo. Let's see. Awesome. Thank you, Big Cleo. Does R want to be with me as a couple in the future? Ooh. All right. So let's see. All right. What deck do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I want the Dream Keepers Tarot. Wah, wah, wah. That's the best. It's one of my new favorites. All right. Does R want to be with Big Cleo? You're welcome, Bianca. One more shuffle. Okay, one flew out at me. I saw a question asking if I read reversals. No, I do not. They are not something I personally, they're not useful to me, but I know many people do use them and love them, and they make a big impact on their readings. Mine, I don't feel they're necessary, and it's just a personal preference kind of thing, and I do not use reversals. All right. So are you going to get together as a couple? We want to see lovers. All right. We start off with our Six of Swords. It looks like we're carrying some baggage. We're carrying some thoughts with us that we don't need. Somebody, one of the two of you, is carrying some lessons. That's a better way to say it. Carrying some lessons from the past, you know, that might make them, you know, hesitant, and you know, it might make them nervous, make them afraid, make them, you know, feel like hesitant. That's hesitant. I can't think of another word that means the same thing. Hesitant. So there might be a little bit of a delay. It looks like things are kind of, you know, going slowly right now. Then we come into our Nine of Cups. Now, nine's all about attainment. It's about achieving things. It's about achieving emotional satisfaction. I see here with the Page of Wands, this is a new beginning, a new journey. We're starting out with our page. Pages are always starting out doing things, taking a new path, I guess is a better way to say it. You know, going a different direction than what we were doing in the past, right? What we were doing in the past. Once we see that emotional fulfillment, we have a different direction. Now, our Queen of Swords is here to tell us that this relationship, this potential relationship, might have some struggle. There might be a little bit of a struggle. Again, I'm going to say it's about the past. I'm going to say it's about bringing some thoughts in. So as far as the relationship is concerned, with our Nine of Cups, I do think the potential is there in our page. I'm sorry, the two together, the Nine of Cups and the page together. I do think there is a potential there, but I think somebody's carrying baggage. You might know if that's you, but it's probably picking up on our bringing some baggage in, and which tells me that even though you're going to get together here, it looks like there's a real potential for that. There might be some things that make this not as smooth going as you'd hope. There's some leftover stuff, leftover things from the past that are going to have to be worked out. But notice it's sandwiching these two in here. And yeah, so let's do one more. Let's do one more. We want something a little more clear. We got the Chariot. It's moving. All right. It's going to move. We wanted an outcome. It is going to move. It's pulling together opposite energies. So it looks like it might be slow here at the beginning, but then once you guys get going, then I think it's going to take off pretty quickly. I don't necessarily know that you're going to be having arguments or things of that nature, but it does seem like you're going to be having some things to kind of iron out. And I bet you $1 million it's related to this past thing that's happening. The good news is, though, they'll be able to get over that past thing. The Chariot says we're going to bring together opposing energies. If you can see the card here, there's a white horse and a black horse always on the Chariot. Well, almost always on the Chariot. And that symbolizes two different energies and pulling them together and running forward with them. So I'm going to say yes, but there is something hanging up that's going to have to be kind of ironed out. Yeah, Big Cleo. Ooh, I hope that helps. Okay. So it looks like we've got a couple more donations coming in. I just had Big Cleo. So let me just look. Give me a second. We've got Eva. Hello, Eva. How are you? Thank you so much for your donation. Is that on PayPal? I'm going to go over there in a second. You're welcome, Bianca. Julissa, thank you. Let me get you on the list here. I'm getting my donation list. Blue Storm, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Right. So, Eva, let's get your question up there. All right. All right, we're going to do Eva, and then we're going to do Julissa, and then we're going to be wrapping it up. So Julissa will be my last reading. Eva, you're up next, and then Julissa. So let's see. We've surpassed the hour, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. To all of you, I hope you stick around and see the readings, but if for some reason you have to check out, I totally get it. I want to thank everyone for being here. I will come back on, and in between donations or in the absence of donations, I do select freebies. So, we'll just see kind of how chance plays out for us. And yeah, so we're gonna keep going with Eva and Julissa. All right, so Eva would like to know, what is the lesson I need to learn from my past relationship with my ex, Nick? All right, we are going to be using if I can get it out, the Modern Spellcasters. That sounds like a good one. Oops, I'm dropping them all over town. All right. All right. What do you need to learn from your past relationship? See, everything in life is a blessing or a lesson. And, we have to learn how to take those lessons. And sometimes it's easier than others. Sometimes we can't even see the lesson. At first it's like, well, what was I supposed to learn from that? But let's see what the cards can tell us, what we're supposed to learn. All right. Well, what you're supposed to learn is that you deserve fairness, that you deserve an equal partnership, that you deserve to be loved the way that you love somebody else. You deserve to have that, not only that respect, but that emotional, not IQ, but I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but that emotional balance, has to be there, but also the balance in the relationship. One person cannot be trying the whole thing. One person cannot be responsible for making sure the relationship works. This is talking about balance. Justice is about fairness. And I don't know what happened, why you might have broken up. If this person might have Nick might have, done something. I don't know if Nick was a cheater. I don't know if Nick was cruel in some way, but this is something to say, if that's the case, you deserve better and you deserve what's fair, and that's not how it should be. If Nick was none of those things, if Nick and you just broke up and it was just the normal breakup, this would talk more about your love investment. You should not be with anybody who is not willing to invest the same amount of love that you are. You cannot be the only one driving the bus. You deserve more. You deserve somebody who cares about you as much as you care about them. That is what our page is here to say. Our page, look at our page. I don't know if you can see this. He's carrying a sword, and it's kind of silly because the sword looks ridiculously large for this page, right? And that's because he's carrying so much more information right now that was bestowed upon you. This is your lesson. This is why you're carrying such a big, huge sword of knowledge, because now you will know. You're being given this information. You're being told that your advice would be to look for somebody more traditional. I don't know how traditional Nick was. You need somebody who is going to be, I don't know if Nick is one of those people. Have you ever been like, you always retracted to the rebel or the bad boy or the one who's mean or the one who's not nice? And, this is saying your nice guy is the guy who is going to be the one who gives you that traditional relationship that you are wanting, that you are seeking. We've got another balance card here at the end. We have temperance. So we have justice and temperance, both about balance. Temperance is all about kind of, imagine like rainbows and light kind of running through you and finding that kind of that feeling of I've got it all in my hands. It's just all there. You are supposed to be seeking balance. It's coming up twice. It's coming up twice. And this is the knowledge. You need to pull your emotion out of the relationship from Nick so that you can see the lesson, so that you can see it. And what you're looking for would potentially be somebody more traditional and somebody who is going to honor you. You need someone who's going to honor you as a person. Now, I'm not saying they should build a little shrine in your name and put candles around your picture. I mean, I'm not saying be ridiculous, but it's something that, you should feel honored, just like they should feel honored from you, that you care about them. They're on a pedestal in a sense, you care about them. Ooh, Eva, this was super clear. Oh, I hope this has been helpful. Let me see what you're saying. If you've got anything. Not traditional at all. He's totally a rebel. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. He's a liar. There you go. See, I was getting that, but I didn't want to just focus only on that in case Nick was, I didn't want to accuse somebody of being a liar. Of course, I don't know Nick, but yeah. So that's what you're supposed to learn, and you're going to be wanting to find that in the more traditional person. That's where you're going to find the person who loves you equally and not settle for less. Do not sacrifice what you deserve. Do not sacrifice your boundaries. And if you haven't established boundaries, you need to. You got to say, what am I willing to tolerate? What is right for me to tolerate? And boundaries. You've got to have those boundaries. And also, you can't sacrifice your expectations. Don't make excuses for people. We all tend to do that when we want something. Well, they didn't mean that. Or, maybe it's because this. Meh. No. Read it for what it is and take it for what it is, the truth of what the situation is. Woo, Eva. Ooh, I got kind of sweaty on that one because I was really into it. Woo, Eva. All right. Well, thank you. All right, Julissa. We're going to get to yours next. And I thought I saw... I thought I saw somebody else say they donated. It was not fair give and take. Eva, that's exactly what I saw. That's exactly. You need to look for somebody on the more of a traditional type of person. Oh, man. Julissa, I've got your question up there, but give me a second. I thought I saw somebody else donated. Yes, Helene the poet. I knew I saw something. Thank you, honey. All right. All right. What legal situation will I be involved in the near future? How will it affect my life? Ooh, are you expecting some kind of legal situation? I wonder. Okay, well, let's use the Tarot in Wonderland because I want to. I don't know why else, just because I like it. Okay. How will it affect your life? Okay. So we're kind of wanting to see what the result will be and with the current legal situation you have. I'm not quite sure if I know what that means. If you currently have many reasons that situation coming. Okay, so you've heard that something is coming. I see what you're saying. I didn't know if something was already kind of scheduled and you were expecting, you know, to find out. Okay, so is there a legal situation? Okay. And you don't know what the situation is. Okay. All right. So what could it be? A legal situation. Did somebody take something from you? Did somebody take something from you? Now, we have to be careful here because we all do this. We create a self-fulfilling prophecy because we're expecting something. So if I say, did somebody take something for you? Now you're going to be walking around saying, oh, did someone's going to steal from me? You know, you can't walk around with that mindset or you're going to be bringing it to you, right? So please keep that in mind. What I'm seeing is that somebody can potentially be taking something from you. Now, what does that mean? I don't see any legal stuff. So I don't see it as a legal situation. Like that would not have been what popped in my head. If I had the Justice card or the Queen of Swords, I would have been like, oh yeah, here's your legal stuff. But what I'm seeing is I am seeing somebody is kind of pulling you away, taking something away from you. We've got our Five of Pentacles followed by our Seven of Swords. Now, again, I don't see what it would be. It could be something that it has to be like with stealing your idea. You know, it doesn't have to be legal, like somebody stole your money or, you know, stole your car. You know, it doesn't have to be that. It could be someone stole an idea from you that's upsetting to you. I'm not seeing anything legal. I don't see anything legal. I think it maybe, and I don't know what they might be picking up on, so I am not at all criticizing at all. So please don't take it the wrong way. What I would say is what I'm getting is it looks like somebody's stealing some ideas from you. Someone's stealing some kind of something that you've been working on. Maybe it's somebody that you've had your eye on and somebody else now suddenly wants to date them. You know, something like that. I don't see anything going to court. I see the Strength card. The Strength card tells me that, you know, this is something that you're really feeling in your heart as well as in your physical world type of thing. I think it's an idea. Somebody stole an idea of some kind. And it's upsetting. We've got our Three of Swords. The three, we need to find a creative solution to come up with a new idea. Yeah, I'm getting it's I don't think it's, well, I don't know. I'm not getting anything legal though. I'm not getting anything legal. I'm seeing actually, you know, you're getting pulled away, two cards pulling away from each other, right? And this is swords. So it's thought, ideas. This is swords, thought, idea. I think it's something coming up in your life that takes your time away, that you're not able to focus on something that you need to focus on. I don't see anything legal, sweetheart. I'm sorry. If that is what it is, then it would be somebody maybe taking something from you, but I'm not even 100%. I wouldn't say that that's legal. But if you wanted to try to kind of make a connection to that other reading, maybe that's what it's picking up on. But like I said, I don't see anything legal, sweetheart. All right, honey. Well, I hope that helped. I hope that helped, and I hope nobody steals your ideas. Nobody takes your ideas. All right, Helene the poet. It's been such a long time. How have you been? Let's see. Thank you for your donation. Oh, it just bumped up now. Where did it go? I just saw it. Oh, Koban for Max. Hello. Thank you so much, honey. All right, I guess we're going to keep going a little bit, huh? Let's see. Where did it go? Helene, I just saw it. There we see it now. All right. Helene, how have you been? All right. Thank you for your donation. You're looking for some general insight on what's coming up. All right. So let's use, oh no, let us use the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Another one. Oh, look at it. It's silver, shining, beautiful. Isn't that neat? All right. It's a little bit larger deck, so it's harder for me to shuffle it. My hands can't fit around the whole thing. So what's coming up for Helene the poet? Whoa. All right. Let's find out what's coming up. All right. Well, before I flip them over, let me just get to the bottom again. All right. Jamie Lee, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? How have you been? Okay. Right now we are on Helene the poet, and then we're going to go Koban for Max, and then we've got Jamie. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Let's see. Where did your Jamie Lee? All right. All right, and Jamie Lee is going to be my last question. I'm putting this up when the time is right, okay? It's not my last reading yet, but I really do need to wrap it up. I've got somewhere I need to be as usual. My life is quite go, go, go lately. So we have actually Helene, which we're going to do right now. We have Koban for Max, and then we have Jamie Lee, all right? So that's where we are, okay? So Helene the poet, what's coming up for you? Aren't these cards gorgeous? All right. Ooh, okay. Well, this is a time for you to do some reflection. This is a time, we've got the Hermit. The Hermit is talking about reflecting and thinking and kind of having a moment to do like inner searching and things. So I think this is where you're going to be coming to some revelations, some things coming up here. Now, I didn't specify a timeline, but I kind of think of this as the next month. And, you know, so we're looking at a time where you're going to want to be doing some inner searching and thinking about things, you know, things like that. It is running into a time with the sun. This is a time of nurturing. So, you know, you're needing to take good care of yourself. You need to be able to give yourself that, fortify your being, you know, spend some time with yourself, pamper yourself. Even if you're not going to go to the spa or take a bath, I mean, I don't mean it has to be like that. It could, but give yourself a moment alone. Like let yourself read a book or fool around on your phone, do whatever. Just take time for yourself, that you're doing something that is all about you. This is about pampering yourself in some way. And here we have our Eight of Pentacles. Eights are all about advancing things. It's about moving things forward. It's about really getting in there and feeling like the details are all being taken care of. Now, whatever it is that you're kind of reflecting on, I think you're going to have a new awareness of. That's what this is saying. You finally have that new awareness of something that's been perhaps on your mind. We're running here into the 7, which talks about keeping going, keep trying, keep working. It's about having patience. It's about having, that experience to know because we've done a lot of soul searching. So it's about having confidence in what you do. This is a month that perhaps would challenge your confidence, but it's here to remind you. These cards are here to remind you that with just a little thought before you react, or before you get yourself in a funk, with a little bit of, self-reflection and inner work, that the answers are there for you. The answers are there. So something coming up this month, Helene the Poet. Ooh, so that's pretty cool. And these cards are so gorgeous for that question, because it was really telling me a lot just looking at the imagery. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Helene. You do pamper yourself. Been working too much. See, that's it, sweetheart. All right. So let's see. We've got Helene, then we've got Koban for Max and Jamie Lee. I see somebody asking a question. Is my name Priscilla? No, my name is actually not Priscilla. My name is Denise. And Modern Priscilla is the name that I came up with. It kind of just talks about all the things I love, so it made sense to me. So I'll answer to either Priscilla or Denise, but my name is Denise. All right. So we've got Koban and Jamie, and I thought I saw somebody else say something. I maybe missed something. Jamie, you're great, keeping that all organized for me. Thank you so much, Jamie Lee. All right. Well, I don't see any others, so I think we're right on. So Koban for Max. Let me find your question. Here it is. Thank you for your donation. And then we've got Jamie Lee, and then we're going to be wrapping it up, okay? All right. I'm in trouble at my nursing work. My manager wants to have a meeting with me. How will it play out, or will I find a new job? Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, let's find out. Deviant Moon, here we come. Deviant Moon, a Pentacles type question needs a Deviant Moon. How is this meeting going to play out for Koban for Max? All right. Koban for Max, what's going on in this meeting? Oh, that was loud. Sorry. All right. All right. So we've got our Two of Wands starting off the spread. The Two of Wands, this is a time I think it's picking up on you. You're kind of in your mind right now. Obviously you have something to think about, clearly, right? We don't need the cards to know that, but this is on your mind. This is something that this card is picking up on you as you're kind of tossing it up, trying to decide what to do, how to do it. You can't do anything until you hear what this manager is going to say to you, right? So you can't really tell. So the manager, we've got our Nine of Cups. This is a good card. The manager, I still think that you are going to keep your job. I think you're going to keep your job, but I do think there's something that you're going to need to make a change about. The Nine of Cups here, the attainment, that tells me this is you right now. And this is telling me that things are going to go okay for you. Things are going to go well. The Nine of Cups says an emotional satisfaction. It's a 9, so that's all about attainment. But then the meeting, we're running into the Death card. So we've got the Death card. That is a great card, the Death card. We have... sorry, somebody walked in. This means about changing into a new chapter. This talks about moving on. This is closing a chapter on something and starting something new. And what's it starting? We're talking about the Justice card here. We got to get things in line. I think your manager is going to be a little bit more involved in what you do to be so you might have more supervision than you were expecting. I think there's going to be some changes coming, but I don't see that you're needing to look for a new job. I'm not seeing anything about that. I do see, though, that this conversation, there's going to be maybe some more stipulations put on to you, more guidelines, maybe more guardrails, maybe you have to do something additional, to kind of, and you might be feeling like, all right, this is fair. I don't know what mistake you made. You said you got in trouble. I don't know what happened, but I would think that, you're going to get a stern talking to, but I don't think that you're going to need to look for another job. Let me see what you're saying, if you're saying anything. Oh man, oh man, I know, right? Well, guess what? That's no big deal. You got this. You got this. You're going to think about how it could go in any way. Don't just base your thoughts on this tarot reading. You think about how it can go either way. And you want to know what you're going to say in the event that, it does go wrong, and what's going to happen and what you're going to say. It didn't do anything wrong. Then why are you worried? Why are you worried? I think there's going to be something coming up, though, that there's a stern talking to, that there is some kind of sternness in there. That's why we have the devil card, the death card, with the justice card. I feel like there's going to be some stern kind of thing, some redirection, maybe. Maybe that's a better way to put it, a redirection in some way. And she's toxic. All right. So, I don't see here that you did something wrong. That's not what I see. I just inferred that from your question because you said you're in trouble. But this is, I think you might have a redirection and maybe guardrails, but I don't think it's going to be anything. I don't think you're looking for a new job, hon. I don't see that. Ooh. Good luck. Good luck. I'll be thinking about you. All right. Jamie Lee. Let's see. Oh, and Denise. Hello, and Denise. That's my name, Denise. You donated. Okay, so let's get back to, all right. So Jamie Lee. Jamie's asking me, normally I do. All right, guys. I don't know. What time is it? 10:16. All right. I have, that's going to be tight. All right. I will be thinking about you. Good thoughts. I'll send you good thoughts and happy positive energy. All right, Denise, I will go ahead and do it, but this absolutely is my last one. So we're going to do Jamie Lee and then Denise, and that's it, because I do have to be somewhere at 11 and I'm still in my jammies. I'm still in my jammies, guys. I got to get dressed. All right, Jamie Lee. Let's see. May I ask what actions MQ will take toward me if I stop replying to him, or if he's going to distance himself to? He went out with another girl today. I'm not really feeling it anymore. Okay, let's see what we've got. We're going to use the Tarot de la Nuit. Beautiful deck with lots of powerful, strong women on it. There are some men in there too, but I like the powerful women. Plus, if you see the death card, you'll just die. The death card is gorgeous. I hope it pops up. Wow, Jamie, I'm shuffling like a pro. If you could see me, you'd think I worked in Las Vegas. Wow, that was a good one. Let's hope that the reading is also good. All right, so MQ, what's going to go on if Jamie Lee just stops talking, stops contacting you? Okay, well, we start off with our Queen of Swords. I think that MQ is going to think that's a little harsh. He's going to think, I don't know if MQ wants his cake and eat it too, the kind of vibe, you know, like I feel like I can date as many people as I want and everybody should be happy with that. The Queen of Swords is here to talk about, these are your I can tell your feelings are perhaps dwindling. You're probably over it. You know, you're like, I'm over this, whether you still have feelings or not, you know, you're over it. You know, the Queen of Swords is sometimes pops up when we have the death of some kind. It's often known as like the widow card. So like you're losing your spark for this person. Like you said, that's why this is here again. This one's picking up on you. But if you stop replying, I don't think you'll hear anything right away, but I do think you're going to hear something. Our High Priestess says a little bit of mystery, not knowing what's going on. So when you stop talking, you're not knowing what's going on. You don't hear anything, maybe no contact again. So now you're like, what's up with that? Well, the High Priestess brings along the phases of the moon. So, you know, things that come around, go around, things that move. So the way we are today, we're going to be at a different cycle as we go throughout our day, right? Just like the moon. And so things are evolving. This card pulls in a lot about evolvement and things like that. So the next thing we see is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is all about all pages are about new paths, starting on new things. But this is Cups. And this particular page, he likes to sit back and kind of watch things. This is somebody that is probably hoping you're going to fawn over them, that you're just going to be falling over yourself trying to get in touch with this person or feeling sad. Maybe this person feels like, you know, you want me. Maybe this person just feels like everybody wants them and they're a little bit too arrogant, you know. It looks like, yeah, I mean, you said that this person is going out with somebody else and yeah, he's out with another girl. I think he's a little arrogant, honey. I think he's arrogant. We have our Queen of Cups here. I think this person potentially is going to keep disappointing you. The Queen of Cups, it pops up, you know, we got love. We've got, first of all, the Queen of Cups is everybody's best spouse, best friend. So this talks about you. You're offering everything you're offering is something that anybody would be happy with and should be thrilled about. But this person is keeping you at arm's distance. They might be playing the field. They might feel like they want their cake and eat it too, like I said earlier. The Queen of Cups, though, says protect yourself. Do not allow yourself to be hurt. And the reason you need to protect yourself is this person is playing around. This person, I think at first you're not going to hear anything, but then eventually I think you will. I think it'll come around. I think this person is a little arrogant. I'm getting that sense. He's keeping his options open and he tried to hide their conversation from me. See, wants to play it. Wants to have his cake and eat it too. Let's do a pendulum. Let's do a pendulum, Jamie. All right. We're going to say, I don't know why I bother putting it back in the bag. I can never get it back out. All right. So, is he going to distance himself? Is MQ going to distance himself if Jamie Lee does? I think the tarot is saying yes at first. Yes, are you seeing that? That was for sure a yes on there. Started off going in a spin, and then I was like, uh-oh, and then it went on a yes. So, yeah, He'll distance himself at first, but I'm seeing the Page of Cups and the Queen of Cups right on the end of that. I think he'll be back, though. Be back. Wants his cake and eat it, too. That's why he doesn't want you to know, because he's trying to figure out, play his options, play the field, see who's best, who gives him the most attention, whatever. Yeah, be careful, Jamie Lee. Be careful. Now, again, always use your best judgment, guys. Always use your best judgment. All right. Now, we have, is it Dee Dee or Di, or is it Denise? I thought somebody was named Denise. So let me go back into PayPal. Give me 1 second. Oh, it is Dee Dee. So Dee Dee. All right. I see your question here in PayPal. So let me get that out of there. And I'm going to put it on. Now this, guys, this is going to be my last reading. That is going to be my last reading. Oh, jeez. There we go. I got your question, honey. There we go. And Di. You were calling my name. Jamie was saying me, Denise. And here I'm thinking somebody else's name, Denise. Is it Dee Dee or Di? I'm thinking it's Dee Dee, but I don't want to say it wrong. But anyway, what am I doing? Yeah, so this is going to be the last reading today, folks. I want to thank everyone for being here. I know I said that earlier, but we kept going. So last reading for real. Has to be. I got to get dressed. And let's get that off of there now, huh? Let's get me off of there. Well, la 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 la. All right, let's get me off there. All right. So thank you for your donation. All right. When he asked me to delete our conversation purely of evidence, or it's something else he's thinking about. Okay, I'm missing part of it. When he asked me to delete our conversation, I'm kind of confused. I'm kind of confused, honey. So clarify for me. When he asked me to delete our conversation purely because of evidence, or it's something else he's thinking, was it purely because of evidence, or is it something else? Okay, is that what you mean? When he asked me to delete our conversation, was it purely because of evidence, or it's something else he's thinking? Is that right? Oh, okay, good. Thank you for answering me that. All right, what deck do I want, my friends? We're going to use the in-between tarot because it's in between this question, right? This question is an in-between type of question. Very cool deck. Very cool. Jamie Lee, we need to sit down and I'm going to show you all my decks. I don't even have all my decks out. I collect them and I have a ton, but I have a lot of cool ones. Some are cool to look at, but not so great to read with. You know how that is, but they're in my collection. All right. So when he asked to delete the conversation, was it purely because of evidence, or is there something else he's thinking? All right. Let's see what we can see. Alrighty. All right. Well, let us see. I'm not seeing any swords, which is what I was wondering, because swords are thoughts and ideas and knowledge and things like that. I also was wondering if we were going to see justice, because that would be about facts and evidence and things like that. I don't see either. So what I am seeing, though, I'm going to piece it all together based on these other cards. We've got the sun And the sun, this is about looking at a point where we're wondering, you know, something's going to tip the scales. Something's going to tip the scales. I think when evidence came into the picture, that changed the way that he is thinking. So how is it going? It's made the idea kind of grow. So yeah, you know what? I know I can see exactly what this is. I think it's kind of a combination. It was the evidence. It was the evidence, but more afraid of what the evidence is going to show. I think the evidence is going to show something, that the evidence is going to lead to more thoughts. It's going to lead to more ideas. We've got the Empress here, and that's all about growing something and nurturing something. I think this idea is cooking and growing. Yeah. So I think something is going on there. We have our Queen of Coins, which is Pentacles, and the Queens are again about nurturing. We've got the Empress and a Queen right next to each other. This is a thought growing. This is a thought growing, and yeah, something's growing. We've got our King of Wands, though. I don't think this is I don't see anything horrible. Like it's going somewhere in a bad direction or anything like that. I'm wondering what's going on here because I don't see anything bad. Let's see. Let's get another card. I don't see anything bad. So delete the conversation because of the evidence. What's the evidence? The Fool. So yeah, it's something else. I think there is something else that they might be thinking about. He might have something else here. There's an idea cooking. There's an idea cooking. But I think it started off because of evidence. It started off because of evidence, and then something is growing from it. So does that mean hiding more evidence that hasn't come out yet? Expecting more evidence that hasn't come out yet? I don't know whose evidence this is, but something about that evidence that's afraid that it's going to blow up and balloon into something else. That's our Empress telling us that. And then we have the Fool. I said I want one more just to say, and this is saying don't jump in too quickly. Don't just base it on the evidence, the black and white. There are more things in there. There are more things to consider. It might be a gray area. Evidence is not always as it appears. You know, there's sometimes gray areas that needs to be really given some real thought. But it does seem like other ideas are growing and kind of being nurtured in there. But again, I don't see anything bad. We've got our King of Wands that doesn't state like anything is really bad. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I'm not seeing bad. So, you know, maybe you know, and maybe that's not right, but King of Wands is all about positive energy. So I don't think that's wrong. Now, this is also the Fool. The Fool is followed by our Magician in the deck, and this particular deck pulls in energy from both sides. That's why it's called the In-Between Tarot. And the Magician is a master of things. The Magician is sometimes deceiving things. The Fool looks without leaping. This is a time where you need more information. It is not black and white. Whatever it is, there needs to be more information, and somebody's letting their thoughts run away with them. It's kind of ballooning. Wow. What do you think? I hope that made sense. I hope that helped. Oh, Blah. Hello. How are you, Blah? Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Blah, I am so glad to see you. That was my last reading. Oh, no. Oh, no. We have to do it again. I'm going to have to come back on and see all my friends. This has been great, you guys. I am so glad to have been able to see you all. I want to thank everyone for the donations and for putting up your questions. I know that these questions are important to you, and I know that you guys have your heart and soul in some of these situations, so I appreciate you letting me read the cards for you, and I hope it was helpful. I'll be back again. Please make sure to hit subscribe. That way you'll always get a notification when I come on live. And I want to thank you, Jamie Lee, for doing such a great job moderating. Kiss JG and Sunflower. Not sure if you're still here, but you guys did a great job too. All right, my friends. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much.